video. Yeah, we're gonna do Sterbais, fish feeding, and guppies with TCG rocks. All right. See all that dust on the surface? The rest of them went to the bottom. The guppy grass is doing good. A little too good. But if you look off in there, you can see some little guppy fry. So they like breeding in there. I'm gonna close this. Actually, I think I'll put a little more food in. While we talk about it, I'm gonna close this and move the light up a little. There you go, now you can see all the food floating around in there everywhere. I got some more of these ceramic marbles. We're gonna put those in all the filters. We're gonna switch over to ceramic marbles. Once we run out of the cartridges, we're just gonna do marbles from here on out. It's already time to pull back some of that guppy grass on the left side. Yeah, 'cause it's all overgrown, isn't it, girl? The guppies are, like I said, breeding in that guppy grass. They're gonna take off in here. Because the last I checked, I took all the males out of here, and then after that I saw one male left in there. And then fast forward to today, maybe a month later, it's like I never did anything. There's more guppies than ever, and a lot of males. A lot of them are males. they're still working the bottom. Once they finish that off, you'll really see a lot more of them coming up to the top and just hanging out at the top. And they come up to this corner and they hang out in groups. There'll be a big group hanging out up here especially, and they make this smacking noise at the top of the water because they're sucking on that dust that you can still see up there. See that dust? That's from the dry foods. From using dry foods. That's a pretty mill right there. Beautiful blue tail female too. This Ember Tetra. Anybody want to trade some guppies for Ember Tetras, let me know. Or Cory's, I read Cory's, especially the emerald and bronze. See, those are young ones. That one's still growing out. See, these Java ferns have been through a lot. Because when we started out, this tank was a 20-gallon long, and then next to it we had the 15-gallon. And so in the 20-gallon long, we had this Java fern, and it did really well. It grew really big. And then next to it, we had the 15-gallon, and it had Java fern in it as well. And it grew, but not quite as big. And I noticed that the difference was the lighting. In the 20-gallon long, we had the fluorescent light, and in the 15-gallon, we had an LED. And the Java fern did better under the fluorescent light because it had been there for years, a couple years, maybe at least a year. And you could really see the difference between the growth of the two plants. When we moved, I put both of the plants in this tank, which is a 40-gallon breeder. So it's just old and mature and ragged out now at this point. And you can see like the old leaves putting out sprouts. Guppy grass kind of helps it look a little better in here, I guess. A little more green and lush. But I do want to pull out some of that. The thing is that there's a bunch of snails all off in there. Still got them fighting over those little pellets coming out of the guppy grass. These little fat ones are the females. They're about ready to pop. Great with child, with infants, a belly full of infants. I would rather have a bunch of ember tetras in here. So I don't want it to get too overrun with guppies. Not too late for that. Well, the good thing is you don't have to constantly buy new fish. You keep guppies. That's a good thing. Yeah, these Sterbais are doing good. Need to thin out some of these guppies. They're still working the bottom. They don't eat fish poop. That's a myth. See, there they go. That's what I was waiting on. So we can wrap it up soon. Thanks for your patience. Yep, when they start to make their way up to the surface, that's stage 2. They'll be up there all night. Because it's kind of hard to see with the naked eye. But there's still some particulate matter up there on the surface. I know it's hard to see. That's what they're working on. And that marks stage 2 of the feeding process. So with that, we'll shout out to Mark Franklin, Yash Likes Fish, and Brian, and everybody who be watching my stuff. My aquarium's just bursting with activity. Look at all those fish. Overstock.com. And again, thanks for watching.